Mang Tyngka ka sarkar kami ka palawanra hinin kalasngi ublay jong katayo. Kamchim lakren ne penpau Shuh hagabede bad gisong ni Bhah pisa ki bakham Kyrpang ya kithan chitila mingi jong gari. Ya kani la penpau ru nong ilam kaliang persya hagajlau Dr. Mukul sangma habu jubab ya jingkali kumnu usem baju i ya kani ka Mang Tyngka ka sarkar kami ka ba hinin kasngi. Dr. Mukul ulong ba ka sarkar kami ka ba menta kom ba kami pau imat kamdon chung perkhat nagamda ban kentiu ya ka dong bar kathan jung gari da ka ba punparu ya ki ba buntli ki la jingerap ka bala jule de ki sarkar ha ki snem ki blalendo hne yagni ki kam ka sarkar ka ba menta kala kental sundon wat bakan bot din ne yele kat bala banyai beteng ha ka ban pentre kam ki scheme ki ba bonjat khanang ban la ban wanra ya ka roi ka par ya ka than hi barok away.
You already had lots of bites.
Huh?
So, okay. But one important thing, which in addition to what is already part of our observation as a Indian National Congress, because it's a budget for the nation as a whole. But one important thing is what is specific to the region and the focus which was required to be Northeast specific is missing. Now, what are those challenges which are something considered as inherent to the Northeast, and why Northeast should be taken differently, and therefore even in respect of the investment pertaining to this region should be considered from what is relevant and what is considered as something which can enable the region to keep pace with the rest of the country in respect of the developmental indices, whether it is in social sector or in the front of educational sector, even the infrastructural sector. Now, obviously, number of programs which have been embarked upon by the preceding government and subsequently carried forward by the earlier NDA government, there are a need for new initiatives, and besides new initiatives, to aggressively pursue those agendas which were in the pipeline, which were an offshoot of a long drawn due diligence, understanding the strength and potentialities of the region and the challenges of the region. But somehow or other they are not seen to be something which is found specific to this region, or in other words, the investment specific to Northeastern region, except few which are continuation of the programs. And another part is, interestingly, if you are looking at the ambitious spending proposal without looking at the resources, so the government will end up borrowing and increase the debt burden. Look at the fiscal deficit vis-a-vis the GDP. It's close to 10%. That's quite alarming. So what is going to happen is that the resources which will be mopped up will be out of the proposed disinvestment. That means selling of government assets. So to sell the government assets, the monetization of the assets are part of the exercise. And this whole exercise of disinvesting the assets belonging to government undertakings will have to be keenly watched. Which are those vulnerable sector, which if transferred from government to private sector, what is the ramification in the long run? Those are a few issues which have to be keenly watched by the people of the country. Indication to further carry forward the Look East policy, which they renomenclatured as Act East policy. So Act is also missing, policy is also missing.
What about donor and NDC? They are not.
Yeah,
That's why they are specific to Northeast. Now, how the dilution of the whole responsibilities and powers mandated to these institutions, crucial for overall development of the Northeast, how it has been slowly reduced to redundancy. I was happy when the Honorable Prime Minister himself decided to come and address the NEC after a long gap. I think the hype was created, the expectations were generated, but then that did not actually somehow show any fruition. There is hardly any initiative after that. So it's sad for people who are associated with the whole process of development that has taken place in the preceding decades in as far as Northeast is concerned.